When you hear the word meditation, what do you think? What comes to your mind? What comes to your mind?
Meditating to try to become calm, or trying to relax from pressures of the world. People trying to kind of get free from stress.
Yeah, right. Okay, yeah, that's a really common. What about you?
To become peaceful and control my mind.
Okay. How about sitting with your eyes closed, falling asleep? How about that? Isn't that most people, when they think of meditation, they think of sitting down, right? I mean, most people don't think of meditating standing up, huh? What do you think? Sitting down is part of it, right? Okay, so sitting down is meditation. And what else is meditation? Your eyes got to be closed. Okay. So if you're sitting down and your eyes are closed, you're meditating. If you're not snoring, okay? So we'll be talking about meditation. Okay, this is what we're going to be dealing with today, okay? Everybody meditates. Okay? Everybody meditates on something. Okay. A mother may be meditating on her children. Where's Johnny? He's not home yet. It's 5 o'clock. Where's Johnny? He's not home yet. It's 5 o'clock. She's meditating on her kid. Okay? A dog meditates on cats. Okay? Everybody's meditating. Surfer meditates on waves. Okay? Meditation really means, well, I'm at it, most businessmen meditate on money. Okay? And politicians meditate on power. Okay? Meditation means what your mind is on. Okay? What your attention is on. What your consciousness is focused upon. That's what you're meditating on. That's what meditation is. Okay? This is the real meaning of meditation. So meditation is neutral in a sense. You can meditate on one thing or another. But meditation is not necessarily spiritual. But when we speak of meditation, spiritual meditation, meditation in the spiritual sense, we're meaning something specific. Now, like we're saying, many people think meditation means sitting down with your legs crossed and your eyes closed. All right? That's what most people think spiritual meditation means. Okay? But in fact, it doesn't mean that either. That's not spiritual meditation. There's a cartoon I once saw. A Buddhist monk guy was sitting there in his orange robes and his bald head, sitting there meditating. Everybody thought he was meditating, but there's a little, those kind of pictures they have above the head, cloud type thing, little, what he's thinking, a thought bubble, beautiful woman. Huh? What's he meditating on? So he may appear to others, oh, he's meditating, but he may be meditating on any nonsense. Right? He may be meditating on money, he may be meditating on a beautiful woman. Okay? Some people think meditation means simply sitting with your eyes closed but not falling asleep. Or almost falling asleep but not falling asleep. Struggling not to fall asleep. That's meditation. You sit there for 20 minutes with your eyes closed, struggling to sit down with your eyes closed and not fall asleep. Okay? All you're meditating on is sleep. You're meditating on how not to fall asleep. Or you may be meditating about how your legs are sore or whatever. Okay? But just sitting quietly for 20 minutes or 30 minutes, that's not meditation. Other people, they may think meditation means sitting quietly with your eyes closed and having your mind blank. Okay? Nothing in your mind. And of course, there's no such thing. As soon as you think there's nothing in your mind, that nothing also must have substance. Nothing? You're going to think of nothing? How do you think of nothing? Oh, I almost had it. I'm thinking of nothing. Oh, then the thought I'm thinking of nothing came in and ruined the whole bit. Ruined the whole thing. Thinking of nothing. No. Everybody's always has their consciousness on something. Material or spiritual, the consciousness is always on something. Some people, they will try to make it so that their mind is free from all worldly thoughts. This is good. This is getting close to real meditation. Okay. But how? They try to make it so that by some method or other, they make their mind devoid of all thoughts of material forms, names, questions, problems, concerns. But they have nothing else to put their mind on. So all they can do is struggle to try to push things out of their mind, or to sit and wait and hope they'll all leave. Sooner or later, if they just keep saying this mantra over and over again, that all these things will eventually fly away. Okay. They're looking for void. They're looking for zero. The highest stage of meditation they can conceive of is a condition of consciousness where there's nothing in their mind at all. It's just an absolute blank. Okay? I know some people are pretty blank in consciousness, but that's not necessarily spiritual. What is real meditation? Real meditation, real spiritual meditation, meditation in the spiritual sense, okay, is meditation upon the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Keeping one's consciousness fixed upon God. Now, the impersonalist, one who denies the personality of Godhead, he denies a transcendental spiritual form of God. This impersonalist struggles to keep his mind on God, but God is void, so all he can do is try to imagine what God is, and the only thing he can imagine is whatever would be left if everything in the world was taken away. Zero, void, a blank. He starts to conceive of God as simply a blank. Okay. He can't put his mind or his consciousness on God. Meditation is upon the Supreme Personality of Godhead. God is a person. And you can keep your consciousness upon Him, upon His beauty, upon His power, upon His glory, upon His words, upon His pastimes, upon His transcendental form, upon His names. This is meditation. Meditation means to be remembering God in a favorable way. Not remembering God as an atheist remembers God. An atheist always remembers God too. There is no God. There is no God. There is no God. It's causing so much trouble, this God. He's always also remembering God, but not in a favorable way. Real meditation means to be remembering God in a favorable way. If a person wants to meditate upon God, then they should realize that it's not necessarily something that a person can do just by sitting down with their eyes closed. There's nothing wrong with sitting down with your eyes closed, sitting down quietly with your eyes closed. You may get a little relaxed, and you may even relieve your tension. But there's nothing wrong with that. And that may assist you in helping you put your mind on God. But that is not actually necessary for meditation. Meditation means loving remembrance of God. Remembrance of God.